Welcome to Packet Pilots. Today, we will set up dual ISP connections with ECMP. This lab consists of two test PCs connected to a switch, connected to a FortiGate, with two ISP connections. Let's look at the CPE interface configurations connected to the firewall. We run a test ping from the CPE to show internet reachability. Let's do a quick test ping from one of the test PCs. Let's get onto the firewall and look at the session information. Here we can see the ECMP request goes out port 1 or ISP 1. Only port 1 is configured at the moment towards ISP 1. Also currently only a single static route towards CPE 1 out via port 1. We will now set up our secondary ISP connection. Let's go to Network, Interfaces, and configure port 2. With port 2 now configured, let's do a quick ping check to our CPE 2. Currently we only have one policy for all traffic out port 1 or ISP 1. Let's do another ping check from test PC 1. I will now disable port 1 and run another test ping. As you can see, the pings fails. Due to port 1 being shut, the current default route is inactive. Let's go add our default route for ISP 2. Our routing should be fine, however we still can't ping. Let's go update our security policy for ISP 2. Go to Policy and Objects, IPv4 Policy, and create new. We will copy the existing policy for ISP 1 and alter it a bit. Let's enable our policy. Please keep in mind at this point, port 1 to ISP1 is still disabled. The ping from test PC1 is now going out port 2 or ISP2, as you can see on the session information. We are now going to enable port 1 again. Let's run another ping test and look at the session info. Currently the ping is now going out port 1 or ISP1. We will now do another ping test from PC2 and again look at the session info. The ping from PC2 is now going out port 2 or ISP2. This also confirms that ECMP is by default enabled for equal cost routes. We now have one session going out port 1 and one session going out port 2. Now I will disable port 2 to see if PC2 can still ping to the internet via ISP1. All seems good, all sessions goes out port 1 now. Let's enable port 2 again, and look at the session table. Everything looked back to the way it was. Let's play around with the policies a bit and see what happens. I have now disabled the ISP1 policy, and as you can see the ping session on PC1 stopped. Let's do the opposite. So remember, when using ECMP, make sure your policies are the same. The firewall will not intelligently reroute traffic if a policy or service is blocked or disabled. There are ways that this can be combined, but that we will show in another video. This is the end of our journey. Go away now.